Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. You're watching I Allegedly. And I've got a good one for you today because when disaster strikes, everybody gets the idea to like stock up and prep and be ready. And one thing that I keep getting notifications on is generators. Generators people cannot find in Southern California. And people in Murrieta, people in the hills, not even burning, and they're freaking out and they're starting to buy generators. And I'm over at Harbor Freight. People were nice enough to walk me through, but this Harbor Freight has got some inventory. They've got some generators in stock. So hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and you know, this is not the time to do it after the disaster strikes. You've got to prep beforehand. And, you know, I love Harbor Freight. I mean, stuff is inexpensive, the service is good, but man, oh man, I was talking to a guy in here who lives in an area called Carbon Canyon, which is between um, the 57 freeway and the 71 freeway in the hills. And whenever the storms hit, wind hits, fires start, they shut his power off for 3 days. Send him a text message and tell him you're going to be without power. Is that horrible? Think about it. Oh, we don't want it to burn any worse. We don't want the area to get more damage, so we just shut your power off. So he's sitting there looking at generators, thinking, I've got to, get ready in case, they shut everything off. We've got to protect all the food. You've got to make sure that, you can have lights on at night. Isn't that nuts, guys? But Southern California Edison, who is getting their brain suit out right now, we already talked about that a couple days ago about the class action lawsuit. But the power company is going to, do a preemptive strike and just shut the power off for people. How dangerous is that? I think it's horrific. And again, they justify it because of the fact that hey, we're trying to save lives. We're trying to not have fires burn. These are the people that have known about the infrastructure problem for years. There is a recall petition circulating for Governor Newsom right now, again. And Karen Bass is next for the mayor of Los Angeles. So it's going to be interesting to see. But man, oh man, nothing is normal. Get ready, guys. Get ready. So prepare yourself. Make sure you have food. This is a warning. Oh, California, California, whatever. I'm telling you guys, have everything. Could you live in your house for months if you didn't have food or electricity or anything? I can. It's very cool. I've got different power sources and different things set up and solar panels and all this stuff that I could just whip out and start using to make sure that my house is good. Plus, there's food and things like that set up. So let me know, guys. But use this time to prepare yourself. Now, in addition to prepping, there's going to be some big changes coming next week. The first one is it's time to pay up, guys. All foreign companies that owe us money, you're not getting away with it anymore. Governments that owe us tariffs, duties, different charges are going to have to pay their bills now. Donald Trump he's just formed a new department in our government called the ERS, External Revenue Service. Hello. How great is that, guys? Think about this. All the things that people do to not pay their taxes and not pay their bills to us, they're going to have to pay up now. So they're going to form a separate agency. It may have to go through Congress, but who cares? This is going to be amazing. And you can sit there and say, oh, who would want that? Who wouldn't want that? You don't want other people to pay their fair share? I think that it's about time. Think about this. Do you know how many companies leave the United States to do work so that they don't have to pay taxes here? How about most of them that do work outside the United States? Do you know Ireland is such a tax haven? Ireland. You know how I learned this? When I was in the medical space, the first company that I worked for had a Dublin conference. And I'd be like, why? He goes, well, because of the tax haven here. What companies do is they even get a P.O. box there. In fact, there's one company that holds all the P.O. boxes, collects residual checks and things like that for all these different companies to avoid paying taxes. Okay? Well, no. Pay your fair share. The UN, pay up. Oh my God, it's gonna be exciting because right now foreign tax collection falls under the Department of Border, and basically it's done through Homeland Security. Not anymore. Not anymore. You're going to have a separate agency that's going to be set up, and you can talk about, hey, I thought we were going to have less government. This one is designed to save people money. I'm telling you guys, if they could bring in, hundreds of billions of dollars from this, I think it would be amazing. Why are all these people bending over right now and bowing to the king right now? Why are they doing that? Okay, because they know that this guy's not going to mess around this time. He's not. But the External Revenue Service, the ERS. Hey, the ERS is coming after you. Oh my God, I have a problem with the ERS. Okay? Yes, you do. Panama. Yes, you do. You know what I mean? And it's just going to be great because it's going to bring things home. It's going to make things better. It's going to make it so people are going to have to pay up. Who has a problem with this? Great article out of the New York Post where no one's sitting there going, this is a horrible idea. People are sitting there saying it's not just a threat, it's going to be a government agency to make them be held accountable. Okay, payday, bring it on. You know, it's funny. With everything that's happened, once you have something that's brought to light, like the LA fires, and I get people calling about preparation and people freaking out about how I've got to have a generator, I've got to have food, I've got to have all this stuff. Warning after warning after warning. Thank God this is not you guys, because guy I ran into at that last store, nice guy and his family, and I'm like, what do you do? He's like, what do we do with freezers full of food? We gotta keep the power on in our house. And Southern California Edison just shuts off the power, and people are fed up right now. So this guy works hard for his money. He said, I used to work for an electrical contracting company. We had generators, I had everything on my truck, and now I've got to worry about this stuff all on my own. So let me know what you think about this. ERS, baby, External Revenue Service. Pay up, Finland. Where's our money? You deadbeats. Look at this little turtle. You know what's funny? A lot of these turtles are not natural to these lakes. People get them as pets and then dump them, and then they become big turtles. And then they, you know, have little baby turtles too. You know what? We'll explain baby turtles and how they're made in the next video. Now, a lot of things are happening right now, guys, when it comes to the economy. And, you know, Mark Zuckerberg sits down and talks about how we're getting rid of fact checkers. And I'm telling you guys, if you've been on Facebook the last couple of days, it's crazy. The stuff that people are talking about now, whoa, what the hell happened? Oh, yeah, it's called free speech. That's what happened. It's crazy. And now, I'm talking about like the group that I went to high school with, that group. It's like, wow, you couldn't have said this a week ago. So there's that. But also, he's getting rid of 5% of his staff. He's cutting back. Revenues are down everywhere, guys. Advertising revenues are down. I am getting so many things sent to me about layoffs. One of the largest distilleries that makes bourbon is laying people off. People are not buying booze right now. How can that be? Wouldn't you think in an economic downturn that people would be hitting the hooch? Come on, seriously. I mean, again, I rarely drink, so it's not like a priority in my life, but I am blown away that alcohol sales are not through the roof right now. Okay? You're unhappy about the election? It's booze time. You know what I mean? No, I guess it's not. So everybody's different, man. Everybody is different, but everybody doesn't have any money right now. So, we talked last time about all the people that are jacking up rents and jacking up prices. And it's horrible right now. And there is a place in hell for these people that are doing this. And you can talk about supply and demand and things like this, but price gouging when people are charging, oh, you want a case of water, that's $60, okay? I'm telling you guys, nobody plans on this happening, but you have to understand that, like, I live in earthquake territory. If you live in Texas, you've got bugs the size of birds. You have to prepare for the incoming invasion of whatever that is. It's relative to your area. East Coast, and you've got your hurricanes and stuff that could take you guys out. If you are not prepared for that, and no, it's not hurricane season, Dan, so I don't have to think about it. I'm going to the beach today. Okay, live your life that way. But I'm telling you, disaster could strike, fire could strike at any time. And I can't emphasize this enough. So, Chile, pay your tax to the ERS. I'm going to love this, guys, because what you're going to have is one thing I know about good accountants, good ones, not sniveling. I'm Myron. I'm talking good accountants. They love to collect their tax dollars. They love to get money. They love to figure things out. You're going to have people that are going to sit there and enjoy this. They're going to enjoy collecting this money at such a record clip. It's going to be fun for them. It's going to be like going to a ball game for you or I. These people are going to collect taxes. Look who didn't pay. You know what I mean? Get ready. Get ready. Now, one thing that's very interesting is people keep talking about how Donald Trump is going to cut your Social Security and it's going to be just an absolute mess. Now, think about this. First thing he's going to do is there's going to be 100 executive orders. One of them is going to be no tax on tips. And if you've met one waiter, one waitress, and asked them, how much do you get taxed on tips? People that earn a living doing this, not somebody doing it for 3-6 hours a week. It is a huge hit for them that they cannot handle. Now they're going to be able to keep that money. And now they want to not have tax on Social Security. My buddy Dave is got a few years on me, 6-8 years on me, okay? And he gets Social Security. And this year he had a situation where half the year he couldn't earn a certain amount of money. And Dave's very entrepreneurial, and it's terrible. Okay, it's ridiculous that you have to sit there, and I'm retired, sitting on my sofa. I'm supposed to just watch Jeopardy all day and hang out. No. Dave wants to make money, and you can't. You can only make so much. I mean, he was offered opportunities last year as far as farming, working for people, and things like that. And he's like, I can't do it because of what it would do to me tax-wise. How awful is that? How awful is that? I can only make so much, or they're going to take my payment every month. That's terrible. So that's about to change. And again, will it be done quietly, or will it be done with fanfare and people being happy? What I'm sick of is the bitching and complaining. I'm sick of that, because let's get together. Yeah. Like, Haley Mills, okay? Anyways, that's a really old reference there for you. Another one, Boeing. Boeing didn't deliver too many planes last quarter, and I think it was like 57 planes, a little over 300 for the year. Airbus produced twice as many planes in a year with delivery. Crazy, okay? So Airbus is clearly a bigger company, better company. I'm telling you, people prefer to fly on Airbus right now because of the worry that they're not going to have the plane door ripped off mid-flight and have somebody deal with this. How do you feel about that? Do you think about that? I'm telling you, go on Expedia, go on anything like that, and book a flight. You can now see the airline. You can see the plane, the type of plane that you're going to fly on 3 months from now. Isn't that crazy? I never knew that, okay? So now it's a big deal. So the overcharging for rent has hit the East Coast. In other words, the news story's gotten so bad that you can read about this, that rents are getting jacked up 124%. Double, guys, over double rent. This is awful. And again, there's a place in hell for these people. Great story about this. But, landlords have a bad rap where people sit there and say, oh, they're just so snooty and they're so awful and they're terrible. This doesn't help it. This makes it worse. This makes it to where these people, yeah, they're going to get in trouble, and that people are going to celebrate that. So let me know what you think about this. And fed the birds. They're all happy. Just over there eating today. It's all good. You guys, some people send me bird feed and stuff like that, and they save it. And don't feed this type of waterfowl feed this type of waterfowl. Okay. So that's why I just give them pretzels and cream cheese. Anyways, you know what I mean. Okay. Just a few things to finish this video. And Yousef Balo, he is a YouTuber that does car phone calls where he tries to buy high-end cars. And he said 2025 starting off at the bank because people have just lost their minds. A recent college graduate went in to buy a $25,000 BMW. Okay, it's nice, good for them. Hope they got enough money to pay for it. Well, what they signed up for was $800 payments a month for, think about this, 72 months. Ouchie mama. Okay? Guys, again, look at how cool you're gonna look. You know how cool you're gonna feel pulling out of the dealership? That's how long it'll last. That right there. That experience, and then it ends. Okay? I'm telling you guys, no one cares what you drive. No one. No one cares. You think the people in the fires are like, yeah, listen, my house burnt down, but I'm driving a BMW right now. They don't care right now. I don't care what I drive. You shouldn't care what you drive. And it's a hard lesson, but this kid is upside down in this car. And well, my aunt and the dealership got me into this because they walked me through the financing. It's an idiot. Okay, I'm sorry. And we've all bought things we shouldn't have bought, and that's the lesson. That usually what flips the switch. The problem with it is people buy things like cars and say, "Hey, I can't afford this." This guy's a minimum wage worker with an $800 a month car payment. Don't forget the insurance. Don't forget the gas. Don't forget everything else that goes along with that. Oh, now you're really killing the fun, Dan. Yeah, I guess I am. So next thing is Capital One. The bank is getting sued right now because they had a Savings 360 account, and they're getting sued for billions of dollars because the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau said that in 2019 that they cut people off from this high-end savings account. Put your money in, lock it in, and then they stopped paying people that. And then, ironically, once people had a bunch of money put in the account to meet the minimum requirements, they reopened accounts a few months later and gave people basically the identical program and didn't pay the interest on the original group, which is billions of dollars. So again, you hope people like this get theirs, like, oh wow, Capital One finally got theirs. So again, guys, look at your statements. Look to make sure that you have the ability to go out and to help yourself and figure out problems like this if you're not getting interest on a savings account through Capital One. I'm telling you guys, I've got the app for them, and you need to look at it. You need to look at your statements when you get those credit card bills. They're great because I'm telling you, you can set up an alert for everything. You get a $12 charge, cha-ching, and then Capital One is a sound on my phone, so if I use them, I know it's them. Okay? Final story of this video is Aldi. Aldi just recalled 24,870 pounds of frozen chicken and chicken taquitos. I'm like, how are those related? Well, they think somebody had a dental incident. Huh? Dental accident where there were metal in the chicken. And so they're recalling the chicken from the taquitos and the chicken from the frozen chicken. So once again, guys, make sure if you bought anything from Aldi that you're protected. Um, please don't forget to hit the like button. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And just like I said, just a couple days away from starting to send out all the Christmas, New Year's gifts for everybody. And I'm very excited. We gave away thousands and thousands of dollars worth of stuff. So cannot wait for you guys to get this. Okay? I'll see you guys very soon.